Hey everybody, my name is Mike and welcome back to The Short of It, quick short videos that give you a high-level overview of content, providing you with enough to get started. In today's video, we'll be going over how to utilize cutters when using Siser EasySubli HTV, so let's get started. Before we begin, I would like to state that while this process is possible with traditional sublimation, it is not required. Furthermore, since traditional sublimation paper is more brittle than HTV, it tends to tear more easily, which can prove to be problematic. The reason this is beneficial when using HTV is because EasySubli is vinyl. Therefore, if the empty space around your image isn't removed, that empty space will be transferred along with your image to the surface that you're pressing to. This isn't a problem with traditional sublimation since the only thing being transferred is the ink. Now there are many different cutter models available, but for today's video I'll be using the Cricut Maker. To demonstrate how to utilize the Cricut Maker for sublimation, I'll be using Cricut Design Space to upload my image. This is a free program meant to be used alongside Cricut cutters. I'll be sure to leave a link to the program in the description. After you open up Cricut Design Space, select the image you would like to use and click Add to Canvas. Once you are content with your image, click Make It. Here, the program will show you what size mat you'll end up using and how to position your design when that step is reached. For HTV, you'll want to keep the image front-facing and will not click Mirror Image. Since the vinyl sits on top of the surface, mirroring will not be required. You will then select Continue. On the next screen, click Send to Printer. After you click Send to Printer, make sure that your printer is correct and that Add Bleed remains selected. You will then click Print. Cricut Design Space will add a black box around your image known as a cut sensor mark, which is a cutting feature. After your design prints out, be careful as the ink will be wet. Some say placing your printed design under a heat press for 1 minute will help dry the ink, but in my experience, it's still very much wet after doing so. The next steps will be provided by Cricut Design Space once you plug your cutter into your computer. You will be asked to select a base material. I would suggest using the Everyday Iron-On option. At this point, you will go ahead and place your HTV sheet onto the appropriate sized mat in the correct position. You will then place the mat into the grooves of the cutter and push the load button. The cutter will feed the mat through the opening. Then press the Go button when it begins to flash to start the cutting process. The cutter will scan your cut sensor marks and begin to cut out your image. When the cutter is complete, the Unload button will begin to flash. When pressed, your mat will be released from the cutter. After removing your HTV sheet from the mat, you will move on to a process known as weeding. This is the manual removal of anything extra. HTV sheets are created with 2 layers, which allows you to separate your design from the excess. There are a few different weeding tools to choose from to help remove trickier pieces. I'll leave a link in the description of the set I'm using. When you're finished, your design will remain by itself sitting on top of the bottom layer of the HTV. Your design is now ready to press, which I'll be covering in another video. So be sure to hit that subscribe button if you haven't already, be notified when those videos do drop. If you found this video helpful, make sure to hit the like button. As always, I am Mike, this is The Short of It. See you next time.